Eric Keller here with Enthusiast Auto Group. We are in EAG's paint correction and photo studio, and today we're going to do a condition report and just general overview of this 1988, very early production, Diamond Schwarz on Cardinal M3. This car has been with EAG for the past 3 years, and we have frankly been so busy working on everybody else's cars that we just really haven't gotten to our own. And we've now completed the majority of the rejuvenation roadmap, and it is getting ready to make its debut to market. Got a little bit more work to do here and there, just some small details, and then we're going to be over here to the turntable for a full photo shoot. This paint is, for the most part, original, and certainly all original of its body panels. Every panel still does have its original VIN matching tag affixed where it's supposed to be, and actually all the tags are still in really good shape. The car has primarily been owned and driven by just one owner in Florida. It was purchased by a BMW technician in 2015 with mainly the purposes of reselling, very late 15, and in about 12 months time he did a tank and a half worth of gas. Did a couple of small mechanical things, just used the car, enjoyed the car, checked the box of owning an E30 M3, especially from an original owner. It had 72 and change thousand miles, now reading 73 and change. And he called us up and said, I'm getting ready to do the next step in life and don't need an M3. I've had it. I'm a tech at BMW, going through this, that, the other. Here's some good photos. Is it something you guys want? And of course, we went ahead and moved forward with the purchase. And I've now cleaned the car up and brought it up to snuff where we want it to be. This is super original. It's no mods, never previously modded. Again, those little VIN stickers right there. This leather is original to the car. We've been conditioning it and going through and feeding it. It's never been dyed. It's never been repaired. There's no big cracks or splits outside of what you'd expect for the use and the mileage that it's seen. All the stitching seams are intact and in good shape. They usually split right there at the beginning of that little insert, and the most common there is on the top, sitting there in the sun. The rear parcel shelf, the rear deck is all in really good shape. The dash has never had any cracks. It's an original dash to the car. Usually what they're going to crack right down in the bottom, right there by that line, right there, or on the inside that you'll need to look at through the windshield to get a good perspective on, which we'll do here briefly. Especially Z8s, you want to look at the dash from the outside in. Look real close right there. On the E30s, it's real common to crack there, and on the E28s, they'll crack right through there. Got a little chip in the windshield there. We've not yet filled that. We will fill it and make that look a whole lot better. This is, I believe, an original piece of glass. Yeah, it is. I mean, everything else in the car is so original, it makes sense that it would be. I'd rather, repair stuff like that and disclose it than, restore it and make it, replace it when you just don't quite need to yet. Pedals are original. We did put a new set of European black floor mats in. This is the black carpet as opposed to the full red carpet. We're reading 73,636 miles. We've got an original, not new, but not super tired shift knob. That's one of the first things to go. That outer edge will wear away. That one's in pretty darn good shape. That's a one-piece kit. It was not available from BMW for quite a long time back in the day. Done a lot of work to this car, about $18,000 in total. Done a full cooling system rebuild, did an AC rebuild as well, new compressor. There's the worst of the seat right there on that outer edge. That's original, it's honest. The stitching's not cut through. The bolster's not blown out. It's not the prettiest because there's no color added back to it yet, but we will be going through and repairing that a lot better than what you see here now. This is still original condition, and this is still prior to any real remediation on the interior, the seats are going to look a lot better. And for a long period of time, the process that we use on the outside is going to be very similar, same product that BMW uses from a company called SEM back in the day. Another VIN tag on that door there. Another VIN tag, main VIN tag there, showing a June of '87 build date. March of '87 is when these cars came to the States production-wise for our market. Throttle bodies have been synced and balanced, hence those blue caps, not the yellow ones. The VIN tag, color code, protect your investment, use BMW genuine parts, which are factory tested and approved. We do. You should too. The engine on this is super tidy, really great compression. We've got, I believe, about 10 PSI variants, all real close to 200 on this one. We did a little bit of paint work on the car. It was an original paint car as it arrived. There were a couple of deep scratches on the hood, on this fender. The rear spoiler had the normal cracking that is just par for the course, especially being a Florida car. Another VIN tag there, another VIN tag up there by the where the washer hose goes in. The paint work we did, the goal was to make it look like we had never been there, and outside of the finish looking new, you can tell we've been there because there's not patina and stone chips there. We did the front bumper as well to match. We did one of the fenders, I believe it was this fender. There was a pretty good knot in it that just, we're close enough. But we kept the doors, we kept the roof, we kept the trunk, we kept the quarter panels. They're honest and they're in good shape. A couple little scratches right here on this quarter panel. They didn't fully come out, and we don't dare go any deeper and further than that or risk burning the paint. There's another little scratch group right here on the corner, and another spot in the bottom corner of the trunk lid there that we need to touch up. Another spot there. Look at this original badge. It's not been outside all that much, being that it's almost 2 years old at this point, and still has that kind of color to it. Original taillights, not perfect, but they're not bad. A real small crack there, but it's to be expected. The worst mark on the car, in my opinion, is right there. I believe there definitely was a dent and some aggressive effort in removing the dent with some paintless dent removal technician that, he was probably paid. I would go by the dent because he didn't do a great job, but he made it look different. Good job, buddy. I wonder where he's at now. I'm sure he's not working. Well, he's not working on nice cars like this, that's for sure. Then again, this car was probably only $15,000 or $20,000 or $25,000 at the dealership in terms of a value when he was doing that too. So that that does come into play. On the roof, a couple smoke scratches. There's a long one right there. It's pretty thin. That one is not coming out. That is after wet sanding. Again, don't want to go deeper than that. But overall, the Diamond Schwarz finish is darn good, especially for as original of a car as it is. You can see again where those seats splits, or seams would split. We've got fresh vinyl pinstriping. This is red. It did have a red pinstripe on it before. It's just starting to look tired, and so we went ahead and freshened that up as well. We did check, and there are not any tape lines behind those pinstripes, which frankly is the main reason people put pinstriping on after the fact, if you were not aware. We've learned that the hard way, unfortunately. And with that completes our quick lap of this E30 M3 Touring. Again, still a fair amount of little details to tidy up. The toolkit, I think we still need to clean up a bit. It's not quite detailed up yet. We got that VIN tag again. They're indicating 5958. Fun fact, we actually have 5857 in inventory as well, so it kind of could be confusing. I got a battery tender there pre-wired for the next guy. I'll leave that open so we remember to clean it. E34 M5 wagon, E30 touring here in the studio. Just completed their photos. Z8 customer rejuven from Wisconsin, just finishing up its paint correction and ceramic coating. Another pair of V8 M3s. Probably going to go back to V8 M3 previous owners that sold them and regret parting with them. We actually got an email last night through Auto Trader from the original owner of this car. Maybe you saw the other video and recognized his car, and maybe we're going to sell his old car back to him. So, and then another sweet lightweight and a customer car from the body shop. So. Thanks for tuning in to this little condition report on this E30 M3 coming to market soon. Pricing, frankly, don't know yet, haven't figured it out. We paid a good chunk for it 3 years ago and have just in the last 3 months finished up, really started and finished our rejuvenation work on the car to get it to where it's at. It takes a bit of time. We're probably 160, 70 hours all in between paint and, no, more than that. Between the paint shop and the paint correction, we're over 100. And then a good, not quite that many at the mechanical side of things. So you get out what you put in. And we started with a great example, and that's why it's here. Enthusiast Auto. Thanks for tuning in. See ya.